Hello Pisces, welcome to your July 2025 wealth reading. I do timestamp below, so if you don't want to watch the process, you can go ahead and skip it. Otherwise, let's go ahead and dive into the charms. So I'll pause on the chart, excuse me, anytime that they start to drop or if I feel movement. Wow, lots over here about something that's meant for you to happen here. With regards to wealth, joy, happiness, abundance, feeling fulfilled. Okay, I guess you've been asking the angels for a yes-no here. So we got a yes there. Yes, happiness is around the future. Happiness is around the corner, coming in the future. Happiness is around the future. That's a funny way of messing up. I'm always messing up the way I speak in my videos. Okay. Just gonna go through, see if there's anything else. Any other movement? Okay. Now I'll just arrange, see what there is here. Give me a sense of the grouping. I'm gonna leave it on the 3 because it's touching all 3 colors here. New opportunity, bit of a pause over here on something, so we'll get into that. And something you need to hear now. Who did I just read? I got a similar message. Taurus received some messaging that they needed to hear now. Okay, Pisces. So let's get into the tarot cards. Additional clarity, more information, what to do, what we're talking about here for wealth, July 2025. And like I was saying, this is anything that has to do with pure joy and happiness, right? Not feeling lack in any area of our life. That's what the wealth reading is about. Of course, it covers money and finances, but all encompassing, whatever makes you feel fulfilled. Okay. So let's see where we're kind of heading here. Just kind of tuning in, seeing which kind of grouping we want to start with. Interesting enough, we also had another sign that this camp charm came out, and it was pointing me to do the cards first, not the charms. So I did the cards first for their reading, so maybe I'll do the same for you guys. So let's dive in here. Cards first, like the camp sign, the arrows pointing us to do here. So there seems to be some kind of universal fairness coming in here for you, like a karmic debt coming in, or payment to you. Not that you don't owe the debt. I feel money's coming into you here, because I feel it's karmic. This could be lottery win. I'm just trying to think of non-common sources of financial gain, right? So it's not your paycheck. It's not like a government rebate or refund. I mean, this could be the successful sale of something. You know, if you've been waiting a long time on a piece of property to sell, excuse me, or you've been debating a long time on should I sell a vehicle or something. There's that influx of money, but it would be a sudden purchase. So like I said, if you've been sitting on a property, it's a sudden buyer suddenly coming in after, like, you know, months and months You know, there's longevity here with the kind of infinity sign. There's also flip-flopping. So if you were deciding not, like, should we put a for sale sign or not, and then you do after a long period of indecision, and you know, you get an amazing offer. But like I said, it could be a lottery win, but it seems to be a different source of revenue here. You know, it could be a gift of money you're not expecting. I don't want to make it feel like it's you know, a fantastical amount of money, but it's enough for you to be, it's important enough and enough of a focus that your angels and your soul energies want us to start the reading here of this. You have money coming in. Maybe there's a decision you're trying to make, and you're worried if you have enough money for it, and the universe is trying to say yes. You have reward coming in here. You have money coming in. You know, like she is sitting in a pot of flames here, but I don't see flames. Like it's like a pot of gold, right? Sort of the phoenix rising here. So an interesting place for us to start. I just want to go back to my notes here. Virgo. Yeah, I think it was, you know, it could have been Taurus. Virgo or Taurus had the same thing where we started on the cards here. So the camp sign's all about direction. You know, keep focused. You know, keep your outlook positive. Affirmations, right? I attract money. You know, I'm never lacking. I always have what I need. So keep focusing in that area if you've already been doing that, Pisces. It's working for you. It's sitting on changes are about to happen. So, you know, changes are this way, right? Follow the sign. Changes are headed this way. And the changes looks like this other source of money, right? This incoming money. I was already naturally coming over here, so I guess I will just come over here. There's just like a subtle touch here. I'm not reading too much into both the turtle and the leaf really touching on the past in the sense of you're holding grudges or any one experience is kind of holding you back. It's more so of, I think maybe in the back of your head, right, when you're making these decisions, maybe a prior experience just makes you like twinge. You're just like, oh, but remember that one time. So it's like a caution that keeps popping up here. There's like this little nugget of knowledge here that keeps popping up. And it was like a moment of transparency for you, of clarity. You know, it's not something I feel like you want to experience again. But eye-opening. Excuse me, that's the language I want. You know, it was an eye-opening experience. You know, you gain some knowledge from it. And because of that, you're unlocking this opportunity, or that's the sort of karmic reward here. Doesn't necessarily mean it's an opportunity. It could just be the incoming revenue here. Your awareness, acceptance, and knowledge of this. Because it is paired with, you know, as a new opportunity waits. This is kind of limitless possibilities, which is kind of opposite of the thinking here, which is should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And when you say yes, I should, or yes, I will, when you say yes to this opportunity, yes to the possibilities of, that's when this wealth change in wealth happens. Now, I said I was leaving this on the triad here of energies. So we have beautiful healing energy, we have creative energy, and then we have like angelic kind of wisdom and knowledge here, strategy and creativity with healing and knowledge. Sort of a wish coming true with this opportunity. But we have a pause on kind of what's slowing you down. So it is sitting on creative energy, kind of reading the colors, kind of auric. So maybe you're feeling lack of creative energies. Maybe you're feeling it hard to kind of get yourself going, get the creative juices flowing, or maybe they're inconsistent. One day you're feeling really creative and the next day you're not, because there's this kind of pause on it. The alternative message here could be you're being overly creative, or overthinking, as I think of overly creative. Overly creative is when the self-editing is not happening. So you could be overthinking, right? Should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? So pause with this overthinking. Just say, embrace the yes. You have the knowledge and the learned experience here. So, and you're healed enough to know that this isn't going to hang you up. So I think it's just this flip-flopping, this overthinking or being overly creative right now. You're kind of holding yourself. I don't know why I did this, like a chokehold. I don't know why I did that. Maybe you're having a hard time expressing your thoughts right now because, like I said, your wheels are spinning up here in your head. So slow that down, calm that down, quiet that down, so you can take a hold, right? You can take control. You can hold on to that. Okay. I'm just seeing if I'm going over here. Yeah, I'm going to start here, and then I think we're heading here, and then we're going to the card. So, the kind of the message you need to know now is kind of, embracing the strength, the courage, right? It does take courage to get out of the indecision. It does take courage to recognize a past situation or hurt as the learned experience and not the repetitive experience, right? It takes a lot to do that. But there's some anger here associated with this. So maybe the courage is about letting go the little bit of frustration. Because remember, I was saying back here how I wasn't too concerned about how the turtle and the leaf were slightly touching this past, but there's still some anger there. Maybe that's the last little bit to let go in order to have those charms fully in the tile. So kind of what you need to know now is probably the courage and the strength to do the last bit of work here. Release the anger, find a way to get rid of the anger associated with this past situation as it relates to finances. Definitely picking up money with you guys, Pisces, in this reading, this wealth reading. And then we have the triad here. Actually, I think this is the one in the intro. Interesting. I don't think I noticed that was like that. So we have the healing again. We have intuitive healing. And then we have the wisdom here, right? The angelic soul wisdom. So you have your third eye, your gut, your intuition, really in tuned right now. And it's made with love, so you know it's right. So follow your heart. So maybe that's the flip-flopping, head versus heart on how you move forward in order to feel better financially. In your heart, your intuition, your heart, your angels, everything's talking to you right now. Your angels say yes. So again, you know what the answer is. Oh, I should move it all the way down. Your angels say yes. So you know what your answer is in your gut, in your heart, in your intuition. But it looks like you're the head space, right? The emotion space. There's a past incident here that's holding you back here. I think that's why I'm getting all choked up here. Oh well, pretty clear-cut message, right? Cut the cord on that emotionally, right? Dressed in her blue. Cut the cord, move forward emotionally, and then you're sitting as the King of Cups here. Appropriate, or what's the word? Apropos for Pisces reading. Sitting in his full healing, in his abundance and his awareness. Not anxious, not nervous. Sorry, I could hear in my head that my voice was different. maybe that's how you'll feel. Maybe you'll feel like a whole new, like a different person once you deal with this kind of ball of fury that you've got here, this ball of anger you got. Okay. So closing out, and sort of the last corner here of messaging. Suddenly you're like nervous again. We just said you don't have to be nervous, right? You got to let go over here. So we do have wealth being attracted to you. We started the reading with that, right? That's what the angels made sure that you knew wealth is constantly being attracted to you here. So, peace and love, calmness, calming of the nerves, calming of the waters, calming of the emotions. Just focus on the wealth and abundance, prosperity that you can attract. So this is probably the scenario over here, the past, because we have forgiveness, apology, tightness of the throat chakra, so conversation not happening. Maybe that's the anger here. You got lots. Maybe that's why I'm choked up so much with you, Pisces. You got something what you got to say. Apology, forgiveness. Something needs to happen here. It is financial. It was such a heavy financial with you, so money matter between two people here. It was on a close and special relationship, and this was meant to happen. So either this is a learning experience for the both of you, a learning experience for them, right? You're the one that's kind of cutting the cord here, that's kind of resolving emotionally, resolving the issue. Maybe you're the one that's triggering this apology, this forgiveness, whatever this is, because you're attracting wealth. Maybe it's you getting the courage, the strength to speak up. Hey, I want my money back that I loaned you. Whatever it is. And you are blessed and gifted here. And they're giving the starfish here, and I'm feeling like regeneration. And sort of this money is attracted to you. So I don't know what you've been doing lately, Pisces. I don't know if you've been really embracing affirmations or positive thinking. If you've been playing high risk, right? Playing the lotto a lot, hoping to hit the jackpot. But you have been putting full steam ahead kind of in your wealth story here. That's why I feel like, you're not going to be ever without, because your money somehow here is regenerating. There's all these sources here of income. And so Pisces, you seem pretty blessed with being able to find sources of wealth, find ways to attract wealth to you constantly. Oh, look at the apology. Look at the apology, right? The conversation, the relationship that needs to find closure, be healed here. Are you going to be open to that though, Pisces? I see some stubbornness. There's cups here full, opulence, wealth, prosperity, abundance of where this relationship can go once this is repaired, right? The money matter, the frustration, right? We saw that here, the anger, frustration, there it is right there on your face. So they're gonna reach out. You just need to say, hey, I want that cup to be full next time you reach out, right? So here they are reaching out with a full cup. Otherwise, your cups remain empty. So you gotta, I truly feel you need to speak up to this individual. You need to let them know, or the situation. It could be your employer, right? Maybe they've been delaying on that promotion, that raise, and you're like, nope. In order for our relationship to move forward, in order for me to not resign, you need to fulfill the commitment, right? You got to fulfill your commitment here, and then everybody can move forward. Good. There's wealth, there's happiness, there's joy, there's prosperity. Look at that. It's very bountiful. So there's a bountiful kind of next several years, decades, together here. Once you speak up, right? Your throat chakra here. This situation was meant to happen. Maybe it's meant to encourage you, Pisces, to speak up and ask for what you're due here, whether it's the apology, the money, both. And then that allows you to find this state of peace and calmness and attracts the wealth to you, right? Jackpot. I don't think this incoming money is connected. I think this action triggers the universe rewarding you here, right? Judgment. You passed your high risk scenario situation, right? Meant to happen. I bet you it's on your palm. If we were to do palmistry and look at you, Pisces, a money matter between people, between friends, relatives, like I said, coworkers, whatever. This money matter situation was meant to happen in your lifetime. How are you going to deal with it, right? Are you going to deal with it in order to make it better? Or are you going to sit and continue to not deal with it? Once you deal with it, though, the universe is going to come in karmically and reward you. So, like I said, you've been using powers of manifestation. The money is sitting there. You've already attracted it to you. But, you need to kind of achieve this life lesson. Maybe this is coming from past lives. So this is another opportunity for you to unlock this lesson, check it off the list, right? Not carry it forward to your next life here. So let's check in next month and see how you did here, Pisces.